key lime pie was invented in Key West, Florida in the 1850s. And it's considered to be more American than apple pie was because apple pie was actually brought over from England. Hi, I'm Chef Carrie Karsh, Kenmore's in-house chef, and today I'm going to show you one of my favorite springtime key lime pie recipes. Starting off with our ingredients for our graham cracker crust, we have 2 sleeves of graham crackers, 4 tablespoons of granulated sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt, and 2 sticks of butter that we're going to melt. And that's so simple and so easy. Let's move on to the base. Over here I have 4 egg yolks, 1 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, the zest of 1 lime, and 2/3 cup of lime juice. Now I'm using a bottled lime juice. You could use fresh key limes or you can use just regular limes. And then how simple is this for our whipped cream? It's only 3 ingredients. It's 1 cup of heavy cream, 2 tablespoons of confectioner's sugar, and a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Okay, so we're talking about some fun facts today, and another one I have for you is Ernest Hemingway. It just happened to be his favorite pie. In fact, he was once quoted as saying, "Nothing comes close to satiating my ungodly bull bloodlust like a slice of key lime pie." And lots of alcohol. Hey, he said it, I didn't, but let's get into making that melted butter. So I'm gonna turn my induction cooktop on medium-low heat right now, and I'm gonna put in the 2 sticks of butter, and I'm just gonna let this slowly melt, and then we're gonna put it into our crust. Okay, while the butter's melting, I'm gonna put our graham crackers into our Kenmore Elite 14-cup food processor. It's really big, so we're gonna hold everything that we're gonna do today for it. And I'm just gonna break these graham crackers up. And then here goes in our 4 tablespoons of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, so I'm just gonna pulse these up right now. Beautiful. Okay, now I'm gonna add in my melted butter very slowly, so be careful while you're doing this. And then we're gonna keep pulsing it at the same time we put our butter in. So I'm just gonna take my lid off of here and we're gonna put in our crust into the pie dish. I'm just gonna scrape it down into here, just like so, and start patting it down. And the cool trick that I'm gonna show you is I'm gonna take a pint glass and I'm gonna use the bottom of it and I start rolling on the rim of the pie shell, and it's actually gonna start moving up the sides here, as you can see. Okay, that looks good. I'm gonna put this into our oven for 10 minutes at 325, and then we're gonna get going on the rest of our key lime pie. All right, so my crust is nice and golden brown. We're gonna let that cool off for a little while we make our pie filling. And speaking of key lime pies again, did you know in 2006 that Florida named the key lime pie their official state pie? Pretty cool to know. So let's make the filling right now. And we're gonna do it all in our Kenmore Elite Bowl Lift Stand Mixer. One of my favorite functions on here is it has a digital timer. So I'm gonna set that at 6 minutes, and we're gonna put our eggs in and let them get nice and fluffy. It also has this cool feature that lifts the bowl right up and pops it right out. So it just makes mixing that much more fun. All right, so we're gonna put in our 4 egg yolks right in here. So I'm gonna zest this lime right into here too. Got my microplane and we're just gonna zest it right over the bowl. And now I'm gonna set it for 6 minutes on high speed and let it whisk away. So now I wanna add in a can of sweetened condensed milk. Here's a tip for you. You wanna make sure that it's sweetened condensed milk, not evaporated milk. They're usually right next to each other in the aisle, so be aware of that. So I'm gonna keep this on low while I pour this in here. All right, so this is all combined up here in our mixer now. I'm just gonna finish it off by putting in our key lime juice, let that go for a minute or 2. All right, so now we're done with this. Turn off the mixer. So simple with this lift and stand mixer. All you gotta do is pop it right out, just like that. Now, here's the fun part. I'm just gonna drizzle this into our pie crust shell, and you don't even need a spatula because it's gonna go in there. So gorgeous, nice and even. And then we're gonna put it into our 325-degree oven for another 15 minutes, and in no time we're gonna have some key lime pie. Okay, so this just came out of the oven. It smells fantastic. And what I'm gonna let it do now is cool down until it comes to about room temperature. And then I'm gonna pop it into the refrigerator for about 20 minutes to get a nice chill on it. And here's a fun little fact. Key lime pie should be yellow in color. That means it's real. If you see that green stuff out there, they added food coloring, it's not the real thing. This is. Okay, so I took my heavy cream, my confectioner's sugar, and my vanilla, put into my Kenmore Elite stand mixer, whipped it up for a couple minutes, and came out with this beautiful whipped cream. Now here's a tip for you. If you don't have a pastry bag, you can always just put it into a plastic storage bag, snip off the bottom, and then put a pastry tip on there, just like I did. Now I'm just gonna pipe it on here, and we're gonna have a slice of key lime pie. To make some nice big stars. We are almost so delicious. And one last fun fact before we go. Key lime pie is the most searched pie during Easter, and it's probably because of that pretty pastel yellow color. I'm Chef Carrie Karsh for Kenmore. Hope you had fun tonight, and don't forget, kiss the cook.